Hey everyone, my name's Austin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video like I did last year. I feel like this is not really an original type of video. I mean, does anyone really watch book hauls anymore? I don't know. Today I have quite a few to show off today. I'm going to try my best not to read from the jacket copy and just tell you up front what it is. I'll try to give my own summary. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know me summarizing things isn't my best thing. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I feel like I'm stalling. The first book I got really isn't like a gift from me. Yeah, I give myself gifts. I mean, not wrong. It really wasn't a gift to me. I mean, I guess you could call it that, but it wasn't really in the Christmas season. I feel like sharing it because I just want to, and it's pretty, and it's one of the first arcs I've gotten sent from a publisher before that wasn't digital, and that is Sword in the Stars by Amy Rose Capetta, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Corey McCarthy. So this is the second book in the Once and Future duology, and it revolves around this girl named Ari. She's like the 45th reincarnation of King Arthur, but usually they're male, but this time it's female. And there's this guy named Merlin who's aging backwards each time the new Arthur is reincarnated. So by the time, you know, Ari's reincarnated and like pulls Excalibur out of a tree, basically, it happens in like the first 2 chapters. I'm not spoiling anything. Merlin awakes and he's the age of like 17, so he fits right in with everyone. And it's just like everyone is it's an iteration of like King Arthur stuff. I've never really read or seen anything King Arthur, but you know, I would recommend the first book to you if you like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or Princess Bride, or just really like witty commentary and like a fun, fast-paced read. I personally didn't enjoy the first one because maybe I'm just like really dull as a person. I don't know, maybe I have like no personality, so I don't find it funny. I found it funny, I'm not gonna deny that fact, but like I guess I'm not really accustomed to like reading satire fiction. Like, is it satire? I don't know how to describe what genre it is, other than like it's supposed to be like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is funny and also has a plot line. I don't know. It's just it's something. It's a book, and this is a sequel to it. And it comes out in April 2020, so that is 4 months from now. Yeah, April is 4. Yep. Will I read this one? That is a great question. I have no clue, but I may. I feel kind of obligated to, since they sent it to me. They sent me a little note and stuff, you know. And a little sticker too. Rise up with hope. I don't remember them rising up. Maybe they did. I don't remember. Anyway, this cover is a lot prettier than the other one because it's like black and with like blue and pink hands, and like I personally wouldn't like pick it up in the bookstore and be like, oh, that's a pretty cover. This one on the other hand, like the white background and the purples and stuff, yes. And also the sword is facing upright and the last one was facing down, and I guess I get it because like didn't Arthur like pull a sword out of the rock? Listen, I'm not the person to ask that question. So let's get on right to the second book. Which one am I gonna do next? This book, I feel like if you haven't heard of this, you've been living under a rock. It is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I personally was like not going to buy this on my own. That's why I put it in my wish list, because I was like, I mean, if I were to like per se get this book, I would want someone else to buy it for me because I don't think I would want to. That sounds really bad. Listen, The Wicked King was not my favorite book, and it really just, I'll talk about it later. Although I gave it 4 stars this year, I look back at it now and I'm like, why did I do that? This is the 3rd book in the Folk of the Air trilogy. It revolves from this girl named Ju Duart. I don't know, is that how you pronounce her last name? Duart. And her 2 sisters, which I know, one is Taryn, which is her twin sister, and the other one, I don't remember her name. They're stolen away by this fairy guy named Maddox, who is apparently other sister's father. Not Jude and Terrence, but like her other sister, because she's like half fae, half human. It's her father, and so he comes and like kills their family and then takes them to this little thing called Elfheim and raises them. Not the best, most ideal upbringing, to be honest with you, because like fairies apparently hate mortals. Are fairies immortal, or I'm not really into like folklore, so I have no idea. But yeah, this is the 3rd book in that, and it takes place, it's just lots of hate to love romance, and it's fun to read. The first book is really good. The second book is just, if you could skip it, I would say skip it, but you can't skip it, so you would have to suffer through that one and then maybe get to this one. It's only 300 pages, so if it's bad, I won't have to endure it for too long. Usually they're like really pretty underneath. See, it's like that. It's pretty. My friend Morgan sent this to me. She's not on BookTube. She's just one of my friends from what's going on here? She's just one of my friends from hometown, and so she just surprised me with this, and I am very grateful. So thank you, Morgan. I will begin to this probably soon, honestly. I just want to get it out of the way, and because everyone has read it and I haven't read it, and I feel really out of the loop. I will for sure be reading this in the next either week or month. I need to read Harry Potter and the Third Diviner's book, but maybe that'll be the only thing that I read this month. Who knows? I hope not, but if that's so, afterward I will be reading this. So the third book I got for this Christmas, even though it really wasn't for Christmas, it's a present from graduation that my friend gave me. She's been talking about this book for a long time. Like each time in class she would, like, not each time, but like a good majority of the time in class she would mention it to me, and I'd be like, no, I've already seen the movie, I really don't want to read it. Whenever I see a movie before I read the book, I really necessarily don't want to read the book. Like, I've already watched the narrative, why would I want to read it? You know what I mean? Maybe not. A lot of y'all reread books, and I don't like to reread books because I have plenty of books that I need to read, and I don't read as fast as y'all. So, but I think I'm gonna read this one because I did like the movie a lot, and she said that the books are even better. And there's like 3 books in the series, so maybe it'll expand. I think it expands past the movie, so I'm really interested in knowing that. The book is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. The movie was so good. I didn't think I would like it. I don't know, because I just really don't like rom-com movies. I mean, that's not true. I just prefer not to watch them. It's not really the thing I like to watch. But I watched it and it was really good, and I do recommend watching it. But I can't say much about the book because I haven't read the book yet. But she says that you should read it, and her name is Andrea. I forgot to say that. Oh my gosh, Andrea, thank you for giving me this book. I'm really excited to read it. So it involves this girl named Rachel Chu, and she meets this guy named Nicholas Young. He's her boyfriend, and he wants to take her back to his home in Singapore. Well, it turns out that so the back doesn't say it, and I completely forgot like what he is. I think he's like either something to do with like government or not something. Honestly, I'm so sorry, I don't remember what he is. It doesn't really explain what he is. He's rich. Basically, he doesn't tell her that he's rich and his family's wealthy, and she's not really accepted there because she's an American, and they're from Singapore, so they're like, who's this bitch? Basically, that's the whole premise of it. But it's really funny, and really looking forward to reading it. I'll make an exception to reading, like watching the movie and reading the book, because it was a really good movie. So there we go. This book, I mean, like, I haven't heard much about it, but like it was written by one of my favorite authors, so I had put it in my wish list, and she surprised me with it, and it is Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. This was gifted to me by my friend Boston. Thank you, Boston, for this. I'm so excited to read it. Basically, let me just look at the jacket copy and read what it's about, because I don't remember. So basically, this girl named Eve, she's having a pretty shitty life. Everything she makes is falling apart. Her grandfather's dying, and she's kind of broke, and basically he's living off of these credits that she's acquired, but it's like scraps. She's poor. She has a special ability, and she can destroy machines with her mind, like telekinesis kind of shit. Is it just machines? I don't know, but she can do that. And she's just having a shitty life, and she meets this beautiful android boy named Ezekiel, and they team up, and they're going to traverse the plane and find certain things that will help her family and her. And yeah, if I was ever tasked to write jacket copies for books, I'd be terrible at it, to be honest with you. I hope you understood that, and I hope that was right. You should definitely check it out, because it's written by Jay Kristoff, and I love his narration style. It also has a really nice matte cover, and it's really... Just one thing that's bothering me is that the title is Life, and then it has like L1K3. I know that's the point, because it's like electronic. I can only complain so much, Austin. Like, what? That's all I do in my life, is just complain. That's what I'm here to do. Let's move on, because, yeah, that's 4 books down. We got 6 more to go. Here we go. This next book I'm really excited about reading. This book is something I've been really wanting for a while, and I'm really excited to have it. Although it's going to be a little hard for me, since I am choosing to skip a whole ass series to get to another series. And this is like the liaison between the two. But yeah, it is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. I don't know why they teamed up and did 4 authors for this little bind-up, but they did. I don't know if I would agree with the choice or not, but I know this is essential to go between City of Bones trilogy, or series, Immortal Instrument series, that's the word I'm looking for, to the Dark Artifice series, just because I need to just know certain things, I'm assuming. And since I have made the bold decision to skip the whole Mortal Instrument series, because I've heard very polarized things about it, and Sarah just gave me a whole, like, quick, it wasn't really quick, because it's 6 books to cover, but like, she spoiled everything for me, just so I would, intentionally, I asked her to, she just come in one day and spoil the whole thing for me. Like, so I get to skip 6 books and I know what happened, most of it. I'll be probably more confused when I go into this book because it's characters I do not know. So I won't, I don't want to spoil this series, so I'm not going to explain what it's about, but it's like, basically it's tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. Yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. It is a really thick girl. She like 700 pages. What's really bothering me though is that the spine, you know the new spines with like the portrait and you know what I'm talking about. I hope you do. It's on the dark artifices, the mortal instruments, and the infernal devices. So why did we skip this one? Like, why? It could have had like a, well, what scene are you gonna put in the background for one book? I don't know. You could put something. You could extend the mortal instrument picture to include this one. My friend Cam sent me this, and they are so sweet. They said, "Congrats on graduating, King," and I really appreciated that. That's sweet. I guess it is a graduation gift since it said that. But it was, I graduated in December, so it's technically Christmas too. So I'm really excited about this book, even though I completely forgot that it was on my wish list, and it surprised me when it showed up to my doorstep. And that book is Dry by Neil Schusterman and Jared Schusterman, which I believe Jared Schusterman is his son. I'm honestly 100% positive that's right. My friend Brenda from Twitter sent me this. I'm so excited to read it, just because like everything that Neil Schusterman writes I typically love. Besides the last books in the Ian Wine trilogy, we're not going to talk about it because I refuse to accept that. Needless to say, I like his writing, so that's just, I'm excited for this book, okay? And she said, "Merry Christmas to one of her Paramore stands, Twitter pals, and content creators. This book is so good. It scratched my itch while I was waiting for the toll to come out. I hope you enjoy it." So thanks, Brenna. I'm really excited. And I probably should tell y'all what it's about. So let me just read this jacket copy and summarize it. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory, judging by the title. The water supply is just dwindling. Everyone's life is pretty much shit because, you know, without water, that's pretty bad. You could die within 3 days. So unless you drink a lot of like coffee, no, coffee would dehydrate you. Tea maybe, but you need water for tea. Maybe you could find some in like the drugstore, which I mean, I feel like by the time you know what, this is why I didn't write this book. So if I was this girl named Alyssa in her little quiet suburban street, which is all fine and dandy, is literal hell, and her brother's parents just disappear. That's fun. We love that. Now they must figure out what happened, and they must battle to survive, which is, I love survival stories. I mean, that was a horrible synopsis to give you, but it's a survival story and a drought, and I feel like it should be self-explanatory just by the title and the cover. So this one, I'm late on the bandwagon apparently by a good few like years. The amount of times I've heard about this book and people just like sobbing over it and stuff, I don't know. I think I may even have it on audio, which that's cool, but I don't really remember if I do, and plus I would just prefer to like really have it physically anyway. And this is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. My friend Whitney from Whitney Novels sent me this. She says, "This book will rip your heart out, but it's so worth it. I hope you love it, and Merry Christmas. I can't wait to see you again and give you a huge hug one day. Keep being so sweet and awesome. XOXO Whitney." Which is, thank you Whitney, I really appreciate that. I'm really excited to read this book, and I need to get to it as soon as possible because I feel so left out. But what is it about? That is a good question because I have no fucking clue. A tale of gods and goddesses, kings, queens, immortal fame, and the human heart. That feels like a very weird combination. I don't really know much about Greek mythology, so this is gonna be interesting going into. Hopefully you don't need to like have a basic knowledge of that because I really don't remember ever discussing this ever in my high school career. Maybe I'm just lame. That's probably it. So what I'm gonna do, since I don't really know how to summarize this, I'm gonna read it from the back and yeah, sorry, I really have no idea what's going on, and yeah. Achilles, the best of all Greeks, so they say, son of cruel sea goddess Thetis, and the legendary King Peleus. Peleus. That's probably what it is pronounced. Peleus is strong, swift, and beautiful, irresistible to all who meet him. Oh god, here's another name. Patroclus is an awkward young prince exiled from his homeland after an act of shocking violence Brought together by chance, they forge an inseparable bond. What the hell? Despite risking the gods' wrath. I feel like I'm one of those students that like voluntarily raises my hand in literature and then reads from the book and then like messes up on every single word. But we're gonna continue. They were trained by the centaur Chiron, in the arts of war and medicine, but when word comes that Helen of Sparta has been kidnapped, all the heroes of Greece are called upon to lay siege to Troy in her name. Seduced by the promise of a glorious destiny, Achilles joins their cause and is torn between love, fear for his friend Patroclus follows. Little do they know that the cruel fates will test them both as never before and demand a terrible sacrifice. The word fates is capitalized. I don't know if that's essential to, but yeah. But I know I'm gonna enjoy it since like I think like everyone I know has enjoyed this book. Let's move on because I really wish I could like summarize that. Like y'all like just like don't even look at the book and like can like read a jacket copy and like perfectly summarize a book that you haven't even read yet. I don't get it. I don't understand. This next book I had an arc of on Eldavise and I didn't read it. I don't know why I didn't read it. It is Criers War by Nina Varela, I hope that's right. Basically, it's just a sapphic fiction. My friend Samantha Leanne sent me this book. Haven't read this, but seen amazing things. Enjoy. Thank you, Samantha. I am so excited to read this. Basically, what I'm gleaning from this jacket copy is about one girl who is basically a human servant after this war. Autome, designed to be playthings of the royals, took over the estates of their owners and bent the human race to their will. Ayla is a human servant, I guess, among the Autome, and she wants to avenge her parents' death she wants to kill Lady Crier. And then also Crier, she wants to inherit the father's rule, but she's betrothed to a Skyer Kennock who seems to have 1,000 secrets. That's before she discovered her father isn't as benevolent as she thought. That was before she met Ayla. I'm assuming it's probably enemies to lovers since she wants to kill Crier, and then Crier's like, I'm gay. Maybe she's not gay, maybe she's bi, but like, I'm not straight. And Ayla, I'm assuming, isn't straight either. Because, you know, look, they're reaching for each other. Or maybe that's their hand. It looks like they're having, like, power coming out. I don't know. But this cover already is gay as fuck. Like, it shines. I don't really know if it shines in, like, the video, but it shines in real life. I will definitely read this since it's in my hand now in physical form. And I can just read the pages instead of reading it on the computer screen. But yeah. I have 2 more books left. 2. This book is pretty essential to, like, after one, like I had to read one of these books to get to this one. But that book is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. It's the first book in the Dark Artifice series. I don't really know if I should read the back of this because I don't really want to spoil myself. But all I know is that it is Shadowhunters. It takes place in LA, and it is another thick girl. She's about 700 pages. And what I like about it, it has these nice, lovely spines. And Sarah gave me this for Christmas, which I appreciate that, so thank you, Sarah. I'm really excited to read it, but I need to dive into Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy first, and I'm pretty sure I have to read Bane Chronicles too. Maybe I don't have to read that. I don't know. I'll just check and see. And this cover, like, what is she doing with the sword? Like, why is she underwater? Is it like a Selkie fiction? Oh god, I would hope not. And this last book, I actually had never heard of it, but Sarah got it for me too, along with Lady Midnight, and it's gonna be like a little bit of time to read the cover. Generally do not know what it's about. She told me, but I literally forgot, because you know my brain does not like to hold valuable information. It's in one ear and out the other. So we irritate, and and that is A Curious Beginning by, what's her name? Deanna Rayburn. It's an adult mystery, which, I mean, I like mystery novels. I grew up reading Boxcar Children. I know that's like nowhere near what this book is going to be like, but I did enjoy some mystery in my time. And it takes place in London, 1887, which makes me think of Infernal Devices, so yay for that one. Veronica Speedwell is free to resume her old travels after she buried her spinster aunt, and now she's orphaned. That's great. And she's in pursuit of a scientific inquiry and the occasional romantic dalliance? I don't know that word. I'm sure I do, but I don't know how to pronounce it. As familiar with hunting butterflies as with fending off admirers, Veronica intends to embark upon a journey of a lifetime. But of course, something comes up. But fate has other plans, and Veronica thwarts her own attempted abduction with the help of an enigmatic German baron who offers her sanctuary and the care of his friend Stoker, a reclusive and bad-tempered natural historian. But before the baron can reveal what he knows about the plot against her, he is of course found murdered. Leaving Veronica and Stoker on the run, from an elusive assailant as wary partners in search of the villain. They're in search for the truth. That's basically what it says. Like I said, I'm great at summarizing and I'm amazing at pronouncing words. I applaud myself. But yes, thank you, Sarah, for those 2 books. Quick thing to add, because I just got this book in the mail and I had just finished filming the video like a couple of days ago, and I got home. My wish list is set here because I'm afraid that people in the city are gonna steal my books. This is my parents' house. My friend Katie from Katie's Book Nook sent me Fury Born by Claire Legrand. She also wrote Salco Girls, which I know a lot of people liked, and I know Sarah did not like that book at all, so I don't know if I'll actually read that one, but I would definitely read this one. It's a book that takes place 2 different timelines, one in the past and in the present, I believe. In the past, Riel, she's basically able to perform all different kinds of elemental magic, and apparently that's not supposed to be a thing, and there's a war outbreaking, and then, it's 1,000 years later after Queen Riel, and basically this war spans out, I guess, between these thousands of years, and somehow their stories must intersect. But that was a horrible, horrible synopsis. But I feel like people already know what it is about, because it was pretty popular and it has a lot of polarized reviews. So hopefully I really like it. I'm really excited about it. It's a really cute cover. I'm really interested to see how these 2 stories intersect. But thank you, Katie. I love you so much. So that's all the books I have to show you today that I got for Christmas and around that time. I'm honestly glad I didn't get any more, because I literally have no room on my bookshelf. If you see any room, let me know, because I do not see it. So I think I might get another one of these. It's a Walmart bookshelf. I be making that coin this size here, so we can have a little display of New York right here, and maybe clean this area up a little bit. Wow, I don't even know why I didn't clean that up before the video. I just question a lot of things I do in life. Maybe I put a new bookshelf right there. I mean, where else am I gonna put these books? I really don't know. So stay tuned for that. I may do a building video for that one, since I didn't do it for this one. And it's really embarrassing to watch me build, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Usually these are easy to install, so it's fine. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I guess give it a thumbs down, but that's mean. Who would do that? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.